Today we're going to be making butter chicken masala. First thing you're going to need is garam masala. You're going to want to make sure it's freshly bought. You're going to need 3 tablespoons of this. Next thing you'll need is 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. Then you're going to need 1 teaspoon of ground turmeric and 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Next you'll need 1 teaspoon of salt. I just sort of grinded it up, I didn't really measure. Then a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Then you're going to need about 10 or so cranks of freshly ground black pepper. Then you're going to just mix it up until you get everything nice and incorporated, just like that. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to start preparing your vegetables. In this case, an onion. And I left this whole sequence in here just because some people don't know how to dice an onion efficiently. So this is sort of how you do it. You start by cutting towards the root like this, and then you just kind of cut it lengthwise, and then you cut it across like that. And once you do it that way, then you can begin your dicing. Next, you're gonna get 4 cloves of garlic, and you're gonna want to mince these. I start by just chopping them up like this, and then I mince them with a knife after. Next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna get some ginger root, an ambiguous amount. You're gonna want to peel it and then grate it until you get really not much at all, but it's good enough for you. Then you're going to prepare your chicken, and in this case, chicken thighs. You're going to want to cut a lot of the fat off of these, or as much as you can. I'm pretty OCD about this, so I try to get a lot of it without wasting too much of the meat. You're going to need about 4 pounds of chicken thighs. After you got all the chicken thighs prepared, you're going to go ahead and cut them into pieces, and you're going to want to cube these and just sort of get even amounts so that it cooks evenly. Next, you're going to take your spice blend that you created, and you're going to go ahead and dump it into the bowl of chicken, and you're going to get right in there and you're going to mix it all up. Now you're going to prepare your kitchen to cook the chicken. So you're going to get a pan about medium-high heat, put some oil on it, check it with your hand but don't burn yourself, throw the chicken on there, and you're going to let that chicken brown on each side for about 3 minutes. Once you got your chicken browned on each side, remember, it doesn't have to be cooked all the way through. You're going to go ahead and empty it into a crock pot. I cooked the chicken in about 4 different batches because I wanted to use the same pan, and I'll show you why here in a second. So the next step, you're going to oil that same pan the same one you use for the chicken, and you're going to go ahead and add your onions to that pan. And we want to use the same pan because of all the fond at the bottom, all the stuff that the chicken left behind. We're going to use that later, and we're going to use it with our onions right now, but later it will come into play as well. You're going to cook your onions until they're golden brown and a little bit brown around the edges, and you're going to go ahead and dump those into your crock pot, as well as your garlic and your ginger. Next, you're going to deglaze your pan with 1/4 cup of water, and you're going to let it get nice and steamy and scrape it off the bottom, and then add it to your crock pot. Next, you're going to add about 30 ounces of tomato sauce to all of the ingredients that you have in the crock pot. You're going to give it a nice stir. Once you got everything nice and incorporated, you're going to cook it on low for 6 hours. After 6 hours, I take it off the heat and I add 2/3 a cup of heavy cream. You're going to want to taste it and then add salt to taste. Then you're going to make your rice. I used 3 cups of basmati rice. I went ahead and fluffed it after my rice maker did all the hard work for me. And finally, it is time to plate it. This is the last step. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, give me a subscribe, give me a like, give me a comment. Thanks for watching.